Hey, yo, what up, y'all? Big Mike RealTalkTV checking in. As you guys can see, I'm outdoors, man, enjoying some nature. You dig? Enjoying nature. And had something that came across my mind, as I'm sitting here thinking, I'm standing here thinking, is to the single people out there. Something on my heart I wanted to share with you guys. You ever thought about why you still single? Now, some of y'all out there may be single and may be content being single, and there's nothing wrong with that. So if that's you, this video does not apply to you. If you are content being single, you happy, you don't desire anyone, then this video is not for you. But you can still listen. Get my watch time up. And don't forget to hit that like button. But I'm just joking. But to you guys out there who may be single, or you women out there who may be single and may wonder why you just can't seem to land the right person, I want to share something with y'all. This is something I had to do myself as I got older, even though I am married now, but talking about before I got married. I was looking to step my game up at a certain point in my life, and I did so by reinventing myself. And this is very important if you've had a couple relationships or a few relationships that failed. Because if that's the case, if you had a few failed relationships, then at some point you got to ask yourself, am I the problem? That's the hardest thing for a lot of us to do, because it's so easy to point the finger at the other person to make it all their fault. But after you've had a few or several failed relationships, at some point you got to ask yourself that question. Am I the problem? Am I uninteresting? Am I maybe overly protective? Am I too jealous? At some point you got to do some self-assessments and ask yourself these questions. And if you're honest with yourself and you come to that determination that, yeah, perhaps maybe I am the problem, then you do some reinventing. Say, for instance, if you were just not interesting, you were boring, right? I'm sure your routine looks the exact same every single day. That's why you're boring, because you became predictable. Anybody in a relationship that's predictable, the spark is gone once you become predictable, man or woman. I mean, a man likes spontaneity just like a woman does. We like to see you doing something different from time to time. Show us that you're growing in another area. That's attractive when someone continues to elevate and evolve into their ultimate self. And you're watching it happen. You're watching the process of that change in that person. That's really attractive. Very attractive. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we're not honest with ourselves about. And like I said earlier, we quick to point the finger at the other person, but have you done any self-assessment and see where you may be falling short? Maybe you got anger problems. Some of us grew up in abusive households, and before you know it, whether you realize it or not, that's a learned behavior that may be laid dormant for a long time, but it can come out at any time because you were fed that as a child. You were programmed to think that way. Not saying you think it's right, anything like that, but believe me when I tell you, you got that in you. You just don't know it. A lot of us who have witnessed a lot of things early on in life, man, at some points in your life, you've seen flashes of it. You've maybe perhaps, done the same thing that you seen your parents doing without even realizing it. Before you know it, you're like, oh, snap. And it's very humbling when you realize that. A lot of us are programmed to just, we're just not relationship material. A lot of us out there are not relationship material. You think you are because you're cute or you handsome or whatever, but you're not relationship material, man. Like if you got a few failed relationships and you wondering why the same thing keep happening to you over and over and over, like why I keep getting cheated on, why I continue getting mistreated and things like that, it's something that you're doing wrong, man. It's something that these people can see in you that preys on people like that, and those things happen. But yeah. Often, oh yeah. So another thing too is in regards to the uninteresting part. If you feel like maybe I'm not interesting enough, or whatever, man, you got to go out there. You got to go out there in the world and find other things to get into. Find another hobby. Find another thing you're passionate about, man. Discover yourself. That's attractive. Discover yourself. Discover yourself, man, before you worried about bringing somebody else into your world. Because if you ain't complete, this is something I had to learn too. If you're not complete, man, what's the sense in bringing somebody else in the picture if you're not complete yourself? Because that's going to be problematic for the relationship if you're not a whole person, if you're not healed. I learned that because there were times I thought that I was good and I got in a relationship and I started seeing things that, like, wow, I don't like this. I don't like how, the behavior I displayed, because there's a lot of things that I was programmed to do and say early on in my life. So, yeah. And I had to ask myself that question. Like I told you guys, do self-assessment. At some point in my life, I was like, dang, why can I seem to never keep the woman? I mean, I didn't have much problems attracting, but keeping them was my issue. And I would see shades of, I'm overly jealous. And I was overly jealous until, before I learned to chill. So that's something that I was able to tell myself and be honest with myself about, And some of y'all don't go anywhere. You think they just gonna fall in your lap, man. You got to go to different spots, man. Try something new. Go to Starbucks and hang out. If you're not a drinker, like if you don't go to bars and things like that, man, go to Starbucks. Take your laptop, go to Starbucks, do some research, you know what I'm saying? Learn something new or whatever the case. Work on whatever you're working on. Chill out. Just go out into society. Just go out into the world. You never know if you can meet that person at. But you got to be openly available in order to put yourself in that position. You got to go out, man. You got to put yourself in position for somebody to come across your way. It's not going to happen. They're not going to just knock on your doorbell miraculously and appear just like that. So you got to make yourself more interesting, man. Go out, explore the world. It's a big oyster out there, man. You got to go out there and get it. Ain't nothing going to be just given to you or fall in your lap. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Faith without works is dead. You can pray all you want to, but if you ain't going out there to put yourself in position, then you're losing. Dang, man, find something different. Find something different to get into. Try a different, hobby. Try something new. Read a new type of book. Watch a new movie. A movie that you would never think to watch. Watch something new. Make yourself more interesting. Find something. I mean, that way you can find something. You always got something interesting to talk about. If you're always exploring things, you're always doing things, different things. Opening your mind up to new things. You know what I'm saying? Stop being so closed-minded and so routine. That's what gets boring in a relationship, man. When you become routine, it's like everything is just work, come home, drink a beer, watch movies. Go to work, come home, drink a beer, watch movies. Go to work, come home, drink a beer, watch movies. Come on, you see how boring that is? So, and if you got anger issues, some of us got low-key anger issues, man, for real. I had anger issues, for real. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had anger issues, man. I'm cool until you piss me off. Once you piss me off, man, ain't no telling which way I'll go. Ain't no telling which way I'll go. I had to learn to keep that under control, too. So, assess yourself, man, and look within. Look deep within. Ask yourself, am I still single because of me? Am I still single because of me? Work on yourself. While you single, that's what that time is for. Work on yourself. So when you do come across the right person, man, you got something to give them. You can't quench anyone's thirst from an empty glass, man. You got to keep your glass full. And like I said, the way you do that is you got to keep discovering things in your life. You got to keep discovering things about yourself. This life is a journey. You know what I'm saying? It's a journey. So anyway, that's all I got for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna go out here, continue my walk and enjoy nature. But yeah, man, just want to get that off my heart, man, and share with y'all. I hope that somebody benefited from it. And if it did, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what's up. All right. Don't forget to like the video if you do like the video. And yeah, subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed already. All right, man. Until next time, y'all take care. Be blessed. I love y'all. Big homie, Big Mike checking out. Peace.